Now that we have a couple of suppliers on Sage Accounting, let's record some purchase invoices, supplier invoices, bills, invoices received from those suppliers. There's a couple of ways to access the new purchase invoice screen. First of all, you can go to the top right here, click on Create, and click on Purchase Invoice to be taken to the new purchase invoice screen, which is very similar to the new sales invoice screen, the customer invoice screen, which I've been through in a previous video. Alternatively, you can go to Purchases here, click on Purchase Invoices to be taken to the purchase invoice screen. Once again, we have that very similar layout. We have a list, we have the headings we can click on, we have the search and the dates and the records and the pages, as I've covered in previous videos. And you can see there's one purchase invoice on Sage at the moment, which is this one. From this screen, I can click New Invoice. Once again, I'm taken to this new purchase invoice screen. We just simply have to fill in the details from the invoice that we've received. So we would have received an invoice from a supplier with lots of information on, such as the supplier's name, the invoice date, the due date, a description, a price, etc., etc. We just have to fill in that information to the boxes, the relevant boxes, and then save the invoice. So let's do an invoice. Let's say we've received an invoice from example supplier 1 Ltd, which is a supplier that I created in the previous video. Let's say the invoice date was a few days ago, so the 10th of October. The due date is correct because that's the default that we set up on the supplier's account. The payment terms, if this isn't correct, you can obviously change this. This is one of the reasons why creating or setting that payment terms when creating the supplier is important. Also the ledger account. If you remember from the previous video, I chose car hire as the default ledger account. That is showing by default. So entering that information will save you changing the due date and changing or finding the ledger account each time you record an invoice for this supplier. But obviously you can change these if needed. The supplier's reference, this will be the invoice number. So it could look something like this. INV 456712, something like that. We then have another reference. This could be a purchase order number. You can leave this blank. The only boxes you have to complete are those with an asterisk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. Description. Let's say this was car hire for September 2025. Ledger account is car hire, but obviously we can change that. The quantity or the hours, if relevant. The price, let's say it was 823.50 before sales tax. The VAT rate and the VAT. This VAT amount is calculated automatically based on the VAT rate. So I select no VAT, you can see the sales tax is now 0. If I do 5%, it calculates 5% for me. At the end of all of this, the total here should match the total on the invoice. If not, something's gone wrong and check your invoice. There's a space for notes here. Once all the information has been entered, we can click Save to add the invoice to Sage and exit this screen. We can click Save and New to save the invoice so it's on Sage Accounting and start a fresh template, or save and print. There's also a save as draft. So if we want to save this invoice as a draft, we don't want to add it to Sage, but we don't want to have to fill in all the boxes again. We can save it as a draft and come back to it later. This is a good option if something's missing on the invoice or you have a query about the invoice and you need to speak to the supplier or a manager or something before adding it to the system. So if I click Save and New, the invoice, the purchase invoice, the bill will be added to Sage, and we have a blank canvas to start again. So let's do another invoice for the same supplier. same date, today's date, the reference 78971, description, put anything in there. Once again, this is car hire, and let's say this is just 100 this time. If I now click save, it will save this to Sage and exit. If I now go to the purchase invoice screen, you'll see that both of these invoices that I've created are showing on Sage. They're not just showing on this purchase invoice screen, but they're also showing on the supplier's accounts. If we go to example supplier 1, you'll see that both invoices here are on their account. How do we edit these invoices? So I've posted these invoices to Sage. Let's say an amount was wrong or the invoice number was wrong. Just find the relevant invoice, click on it, and click edit. You can do the same from the purchase invoice screen. So from this screen, find the relevant invoice. Let's say it's this one. Click on it. The same screen will appear. Click edit. Once you've clicked edit, you can change any of this information. Let's say the reference was wrong, the invoice number, and let's say the amount was actually 832.50, not 823.50. So 832.50, and click save. Now, a word of warning. If this invoice has been paid or part paid, if a credit note or a payment has been allocated against this invoice, when you go to edit it, you'll be very limited what you can actually edit. You'll have to unallocate the credit note or the payment first. You'll then be able to edit all the information. So no payments or credit notes can be allocated against the invoice in order to fully edit it. I've shown you how to allocate and unallocate sales accounts, sales credit notes in a previous video. And in an upcoming video, I'll show you how to unallocate credit notes and payments for purchase invoices, so suppliers. Hopefully that makes sense. Any questions so far, let me know. I'm here to help you. Use the comment section below. In the next video, I will teach you how to record credit notes from suppliers. So we've done invoices, purchase invoices, bills. Next, I'll show you how to record credit notes received from suppliers.